Tillandsias are an incredibly diverse group of plants. There are people who just collect tillandsias because of their leaf forms, their flowers, their very interesting shapes the plants form. But how do you grow them? Well, a lot of people can just hang them up on a tree, which is what I do, and I let them produce the babies, which I then pull out and then offer them to other people. Because this thing grows so prolifically, I don't need to do much for propagating. I just let it do what it wants to do in nature. But there are others, of course, which can be a little bit tricky. So let's have a look at some of those others. As I've mentioned, at my place, they grow very easy on twigs and sticks. But some of the varieties, which can cost a lot of money, are worthy of looking after and placing in important positions where there's really good airflow and also really good bright light. So in my case, I've got this section of the fence, I've got my elkhorns, but I've also got a number of different tillandsias, or air plants is their common name, hanging up to grow. Now this one doesn't look too good right now. It used to be up on a tree trunk and it fell off. So I'm trying to resurrect a new place for this particular specimen. Same with this one, it was up on a tree. The tree virtually collapsed. It was an old tree. So I'm trying to find a new home for this particular plant. Some tillandsias are just worth mounting all by themselves. The leaf shape, the radial patterns of the leaflets are absolutely pretty, beautiful, and simple in terms of their architectural shapes and forms. So in itself, it becomes the feature. And mounting it on one of these boards, which is often used for elkhorns and staghorns, is an interesting way to highlight the feature of tillandsias. Now this was the tree that I had most of my tillandsias on, and a few orchids, and elkhorns, and bromeliads, and unfortunately some fell off because it is a dead tree, and I do believe that you need a nice live tree to really encourage good growth of epiphytes. And you'll notice, let's see if I can zoom in, there are more babies appearing and little clusters along the trunk. So I'll remove those and pass them on to some friends who might be interested in growing some tillandsias. Even Spanish moss can be hung from various branches. Now some people do regard some of the Spanish mosses as weeds. However, in my case, I have to compete with the birds who keep using it for nesting. And quite often it rots because of the amount of shade my property gets. So Spanish moss, another tillandsia, worth growing, easy on the branches of trees. If you have enjoyed this short little video on tillandsias, you know what to do. Press the like button, and that way you can be kept up to date with the videos from Paul Plant Horticulture. Thank you very much. Cheers for now.